long do you try and preserve her school record 13 for 13? Don't let her take another shot. But I mean, if she takes it, she'll probably make it. Quick outlet pass here for Pat Berg. And another lay-in to put her at 18.
Well, you could see her come back and want to go at it for another year.
Pat Berg, of course, a home state kid as well from Columbus, Indiana, as a beautiful lay-in. Chloe Moore-Mcneil and one. The freshman, her first points as an Indiana Hoosier.
See now.
Nelson, the freshman, looked really good.
Well, you know what it says, Griff? It says that as another great finish by McNeil.
Moore-Mcneil broke the ankles there.
Yeah.
Battle, wow, what a move.
Great offense from their defense. 25 points in the second quarter for Indiana. The finger roll finish that time for Moore-Mcneil. She's only played in 5 games, but the 6 points is a new career high now for Whitney Brown. Amy Williams was a one-time walk-on at Nebraska as well. The 3 falls that time for Moore-Mcneil.
Here's Sarah Scalia going to the rack, but a nice block by Moore-Mcneil in the paint. And a quick basket, Chanel Wilson now on the board.
Wagner's a kid that actually Terry Morin has spoken highly of and could potentially play in the future. Very athletic, has done a lot of good things. And there it is. There's the cut. It's like she's watching the broadcast as she lays it in for the deuce.
A lot of space here for Berger. She's going to find a wide open Moore-Mcneil. Her shot knocks it down. First three-pointer made for either team. That's a big bucket for Hoosier. Bounce pass now to. Oh, it's nearly stolen by Connor Hillary. She gets it in the end from Moore-Mcneil. Puts up the layup. Gets it in right there. And Indiana just continue their run. Now up 26.
Lisa, and I also love how many Indiana players are on the Michigan roster. That was quite intriguing to find out as well today.
Off the bench, Indiana can use that kind of production for Moore-Mcneil.
Lisa Naz-Hillman leaving the foul line after making both of her free throws. Terry Morin says, hey, we cannot have Naz-Hillman at the line.
Euro step on the inside. That one isn't going to go, but Allie Packberg rebounds her own shot, passes it out, and Chloe Moore-Mcneil.
Just a scrappy play right here by Indiana. Packberg misses her own, gets her own rebounding. Well, first of all, Zubin, hold it down in there with those two. That's going to be challenging. I think Indiana does a nice job of getting a piece of the paint. They've done it all game. Their guards have been able to get inside.
The ball movement.
When you come off the timeout, you want to execute. It's an ATO after timeout. Grace Berger.
Chloe Moore-Mcneil, one of those bench players returning from the Elite 8 team last season.
Now down in the post, Moore-Mcneil on the feed, and the bucket, and the foul. Chloe Moore-Mcneil, tough finish in the paint.
Chloe Moore-Mcneil wide open, knocks down the 3.
In the flow, post presence regarding that experience standpoint that Holmes and Golbey bring to the floor for Indiana.
Chloe Moore-Mcneil, big time 3 from the left side.
The good thing about basketball, though, when you score more points, you win the game. And Moore-Mcneil has hit massive 3s in this second half.
Both of her 3-point shots coming in the fourth quarter.
And almost faded away too far from the basket on that play. Moore-Mcneil, I mean, the screen.
Berger, interior feed, Bay draws the attention. Open player in the corner. And the three goes for the lead. Berger now with 8 with that last bucket. He had 22 in the win against Nebraska. Oh, how about that? Friendly roll, but needs to be on the floor to help the cause. 4 to shoot. Moore-Mcneil rolls it in.
Out to Moore-Mcneil. First player off the bench for Indiana. Good drive to the rack and the foul. Chloe Moore-Mcneil, the sophomore out of Tennessee. Just an energy bunny. Now she's open for 3. Moore-Mcneil hits off the bench, the star for the Hoosiers, and the lead is 10 for Indiana.
Zaric has only appeared 5 times and has played 2-3 minutes a game, so you understand the strategy here.
Yeah, it's a good call indeed. As Moore-Mcneil makes the 3.
Chloe Moore-Mcneil. It's a screen. They're leaving her wide open to shoot for 3, and she nails it. Chloe Moore-Mcneil.
Oh, good hustle there by Brown to pull down the rebound. Nice drive of the take by Moore-Mcneil. What a quick first step.
That was a wild sequence of events for 4 offensive rebounds off of 4 missed threes.
Berger will take another one. Got it, back-to-back three-pointers by Grace Berger. 17-point advantage for Nebraska. And the turnover, steal by Moore-Mcneil. Here's Moore-Mcneil.
Martin with the miss, Moore-Mcneil the board. Indiana pushing. Patberg down low again, and it's a 10-point game. Cardano Hillary finds the long board and a second opportunity. Just Indiana's second offensive board in this first half. Chloe Moore-Mcneil off the dribble. Moore-Mcneil on the other end with a little spin move and turnaround, and she is heating up in this third quarter. Hoosiers on the run. Moore-Mcneil open for a moment. Bang! And Chloe Moore-Mcneil knocks down the 3.
Cardano Hillary. 5 to shoot for Berger. Chloe Moore-Mcneil, 4-3. Cardano Hillary. Off to Moore-Mcneil. That's a good-looking three-point shot. Offensive rebound. Patberg tries from long distance. That's off the mark. Cardano Hillary, but 9 seconds left. Chloe Moore-Mcneil gets it to go. 6.3 seconds left. It's a 4-point game.
Moore-Mcneil will try to answer with her own 3, and she does. The first 3 today for the Hoosiers. Of the first 6 minutes of the game when they turned it over 6 times. So a slow start for the Hoosiers. They're still trying to recover from beautiful basketball, finding Berger underneath for 2. Berger draws the double team. Moore-Mcneil knocking down the 3. The Hoosiers on fire late in the third.
We'll reassess. Moore-Mcneil wants the drive and gets it.
Her feet set, knocks it down. And what a terrific decision by Chloe Moore-Mcneil. And it'll be interesting to see as well what kind of shape she's in, getting up and down the floor.
6 field goal attempts for Indiana. Half have come from Cardano Hillary, and that's Moore-Mcneil with her first points. Holmes with the board, and the Hoosiers are running. Moore-Mcneil with the Euro step.
Uses that length, gets a hand on the ball. Chloe Moore-Mcneil, the Euro.
Growing up, she was the most competitive person I've ever known and I've ever been around, and she's brought that obviously to her position here at IU.
Mike, shot clock winding down. Chloe Moore-Mcneil sees it.
Nicely executed in their press offense.
These teams haven't met since mid-December as Moore-Mcneil will knock down the 3. A tremendous start. She's already at her season average.
Into quick shots, like I said, Taylor Mikesell I thought was even quicker than normal on that last shot that she missed. but they are running people off that line if they're not taking a bad shot.
Chloe Moore-Mcneil along the baseline.
And they get it inside to Mackenzie Holmes.
Indiana can move quickly if they want to. Nice pass from Berger to Chloe Moore-Mcneil right in front of the Vermont bench. Drives right baseline and a nice finish with her left. Chloe Moore-Mcneil already providing a spark for Indiana just like she did in the second half of last season. Scalia down low to Mackenzie Holmes, draws the double as she tends to do. Great find for Chloe Moore-Mcneil, thought about a three-pointer. Great dish down low, high-low from Indiana to find Sydney Parrish.
Tough shot, able to knock it down.
Lead is now within 20, but a great feed once again from Moore-Mcneil to Mackenzie Holmes, who is becoming a force on the post.
So a good improvement to see by the Hoosiers from beyond the arc.
Shot 33% last season. That was towards the bottom of the Big Ten. Chloe Moore-Mcneil looking to add to that, and she does. Right on cue.
Sanchez with it. She finds Finley in transition to the top of the key. Finley has it knocked away, stolen by Moore-Mcneil. Moore-Mcneil 1-on-2, creates contact, blocking foul, and one for Chloe Moore-Mcneil. Sanchez, left side for Edmonds, defended by Garzone to the left corner for Sanchez. Moore-Mcneil is there, a screen from Combs awaits. Now Sanchez attacks down the lane, blocked by Moore-Mcneil and then saved into Garzone. Berger up the floor to Garzone, into the left corner for Scalia. Scalia gets into the lane, kicks out to Moore-Mcneil, right wing three ball, good.
You got to finish that if you're Tate. She was right there.
He hits Scalia down low, goes for the layup, and another 2 points for the Hoosiers. Timeout, Bowling Green. The Hoosiers ended on a 9-0 run, have made their 6th of their last.
Maybe the most open shot Bowling Green's gotten all day. Indiana closing the gaps.
Moore-Mcneil finds Holmes, and that one's good for 2 more points.
She would seem like a player that should be getting more time for the Falcons and could have helped them scoring-wise today.
Moore-Mcneil throws up a 3, and that one's perfect.
Finds a trailing Holmes, who wasn't really ready for it. Gets it back to Moore-Mcneil. Into the lane, nice bounce pass to Holmes, who slides in the left side and scores. Bounce pass to Moore-Mcneil, who goes down the middle of the lane. Nice no-look wraparound pass to Holmes, waiting on the left block to lay it in. Berger gets to the baseline, back out to Zaric on the left wing. Hands it off to Berger, out to Moore-Mcneil. Inside for Holmes, to her right hand, count it, and one.
It's a grindhouse in that paint, and I don't care what people say, the game has become more 5-out motion. There's still some paint work to be done, and Mackenzie Holmes can attest to that.
This is Hannah Sandvik. They're going to keep going to her inside. She's very good in the paint. Moore-Mcneil with the dish and the finish by the grad senior Alyssa Geary.
And the finish, and Moore-Mcneil, ooh, commit and dish, draw 2. Indiana has been so forceful.
Sydney Parrish, smooth from deep.
Oh, man. By the Tar Heels. A great skip pass over top. Parrish.
Moore-Mcneil creates space. That is the 7th three-pointer for Indiana today.
Just strategic with when and how on that move.
You know, when this game started, North Carolina. Oh, what a swat by Moore-Mcneil! Get back, Jack!
Hey, listen. We were talking about the dime she dropped, but look at this.
Shot clock at 10. Final 30 seconds of the first half. Moore-Mcneil for 2 and 1.
The point guard now with Grace Berger out for this IU squad. She's had 9 assists in the last 2 games as she drives by and gets the left-handed layup to fall, going right past Bryn Shoup-Hill. And they get the second screen going as well, as it's taken away by Sydney Parrish, taking that from Adalia McKenzie. Parrish, right wing, Moore-Mcneil for the 3, drills it. Chloe Moore-Mcneil. We've got a battle going on right now between Indiana and Illinois, as right now the Hoosiers lead 34-32 in the Big Ten opener after 1 half.
Shooting above 48% from the three-point line on the year. That's only their first make of the night. Terry Moore and the Hoosiers will be happy with that.
Moore-Mcneil's going to try for her second 3 of the game, and she drills it. 5 seconds left for Indiana to work with. Here's Moore-Mcneil. Chloe Moore-McNeil going down the left side. Layup is good as time expires. And Assembly Hall loves that from Chloe Moore-McNeil. She has a 10-point first quarter. Illinois leads by 3. Chloe Moore-McNeil going up, and she puts the layup home with the foul.
As well as Alexa Williamson, Anna Camden.
Backdoor cut, layup up and in. That one's Sandvik, she recently checked in. Up top, it's Parrish. At the wing, down low, shot clock below 10. They kick it, open, corner. Moore-McNeil fires away, gets it. Chloe Moore-McNeil, 9 points. Penn State takes a time out. Shot clock down south of 10. Driving, Moore-McNeil. Bounce pass, looking, Sandvik layup, and she gets it.
Can't quite get it to go again, and there's a lid that's been placed over this bucket for Morehead State. Alyssa Geary back to Moore-McNeil for 3, and it rattles through.
Trip on this end of the court without a bucket so far for Indiana. If they see another 20 seconds. Holmes, Moore-McNeil. Nice return to Holmes. Great back and forth between the two of them. She feeds inside to Holmes. She's driving at the basket. That one just rolls off the rim. Her second miss of the contest. Great offensive board by Moore-McNeil. Second opportunity for Holmes.
Garzone gets stopped. Got it across, though. Moore-McNeil driving, bounce pass, Holmes, too easy, spin.
What a pass there from Moore-McNeil.
Spartans have made their last 4 shots from the floor. Aralt threw it away, Moore-McNeil saw that one all the way in transition, easy layup under the bucket, and that's an easy layup. That's the 4th on Julia Aralt.
Now remember, this is the 4th conference game for both of these teams. The Big Ten starting conference play a little bit earlier. And immediately Indiana goes inside to Holmes.
Indiana still up by 6. Milking the clock, like you said, Noah. Moore-McNeil into Holmes, and that's Indiana offense right there.
But the fact that she is a real testament to her game.
Scalia can't get that one, but her team gets another opportunity, and there's Garzone down low. These looks. Garzone over to Moore-McNeil. 3 seconds for Indiana. She'll have to feed it into Holmes. She's got it, and that is so impressive. Foul there, but Chloe Moore-McNeil, that's up to 3 assists for her today. Grace Berger has 5. Barchester has 2. That's completely over the basket with that triple attempt. Northwestern back to its starting lineup here. Moore-McNeil puts up a quick 2, and Indiana already on the board 30 seconds in.
Second turnover of the quarter for Indiana. And now Chloe Moore-McNeil steps it through and goes right over the top of Diamond Miller. The opening 4 minutes.
Well, here's Marilyn. Diamond Miller just mishandles it. Chloe Moore-McNeil said, I'll take that. Going the other way, 1, 2, ooh, long strides.
Late in the timer again for Indiana. 4 to shoot. Chloe Moore-McNeil.
Listen, I thought Chloe Moore-McNeil was going to be in trouble when she put the ball on the deck. And right here you see Grace Berger finding her, drawing 2, seeing her teammates. Chloe Moore-McNeil said,
Sellers back the other way, rejected by Chloe Moore-McNeil.
Their feet, the bench is loving it. And then
now Garzone the other way. Moore-McNeil, jump stop, bounce pass, Meister lays it in.
So they figured out a way to play through it and be successful. Moore-McNeil trying to drive in, now on Bryant. Nice feed inside for the bucket.
Beautiful ball movement there by the Hoosiers. That's exactly what they do.
Shauna Green looking for a spark plug, and she found one. Meanwhile, on the other side, Mackenzie Holmes gets past everybody.
Get it back to 34.
Illinois is crowding them when they try and go on the drive. Inside now to Holmes. She gets it. A much-needed response, and the foul.
Can't let Indiana score here. Stops have been what's guiding them through this whole quarter so far.
Chloe Moore-McNeil trying to post up on Bryant. What a play there. Bryant's out of the game, and Moore-McNeil answering the call for the Hoosiers.
Wow, that just...
A scotch over 60.
Both teams looking to settle down. That's 4 straight turnovers, back to back to back, threading the needle and the finish.
Parrish is just so tough. Up top, Holmes gets a nice deflection on the inside.
Perfect post defense by Holmes. Moore-Mcneil, the playmaker again to Mackenzie Holmes.
Wow, that was beautifully executed by Indiana.
Largest lead of the game for the Hoosiers, forces a timeout.
Well, nice deflection, nice and loose post defense by Mackenzie Holmes.
Scalia with a hot hand for the Hoosiers, gets it out to Holmes. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Chloe Moore-Mcneil, the 3.
Michigan's right there if they can get some stops, and here we go.
Maddie Nolan comes away with the steal, beats Moore-Mcneil, but she gets the ultimate stop. The block, Chloe Moore-Mcneil.
Chloe Moore-Mcneil knew that she gave that pass up, and she's going to recover nicely and get a nice clean block on the other side on Maddie Nolan.
The Wolverines will continue to keep the pressure on. Kaiser turning down a 3, and Moore-Mcneil a nasty block.
I'm telling you, for Indiana, Chloe Moore-Mcneil says denied.
Before her season is done, she'll have 1,002 years at Ohio State.
That's absolutely wild.
Darzan buries a 3. Shooting especially from 3.
Scalia was 3 for 5 from 3 in that game. Holmes gets the bucket to go.
45 seconds to play in the half and a 6-point deficit for the Hoosiers. Down to Holmes through contact. Meanwhile, the 3rd foul on Sydney Parrish, and both coaches rolling the dice on a beautiful backdoor cut and 1 for Chloe Moore-Mcneil.
Movement without the ball is huge. Moore-Mcneil able to get Mike Sell to look the other way, then comes off that.
And they would love nothing more than to even just be able to compete against the top 10 team in the country.
There's Schmeichel driving and missing her first attempt. Moore-Mcneil on the break finds Holmes for 2. I wanted to ask, I mean, Indiana's coming off of such an emotional win. You think naturally it's just going to take some time to get back in the swing of things as Moore-Mcneil scores inside on a cut and 1. Geary has checked in and will fill her spot as Moore-Mcneil wrestles it away. Indiana 2-on-1. Garzone all the way. Carter, another midi. That one a bit long. Rebound tapped down to Parrish. Berger an outlet to Moore-Mcneil. She caught it, she finished, and scored. Wow! And 1. Here's zone to Holmes. Cutting is Moore-Mcneil out to Parrish for 3. Got it! Holmes finds Moore-Mcneil. Crossover dribble. Finds Holmes on the roll. Doesn't get any easier than that for Mackenzie Holmes.
Blocked by Amaya Battle. And, oh, just a forced pass. Another turnover for the Gophers. Moore-Mcneil comes up with it. Oh, nice crossover. That was just dirty. Gets down to the baseline and rattles in the mid-range.
Well, in their last game against Minnesota, Indiana did not have a good showing for Grace Berger. She only had 4 points in that one.
3 goes down from Moore-Mcneil.
From Indiana on the outside.
Speaking of taking things away, that was Chloe Moore-Mcneil's 2nd steal of this opening quarter. Finds Parrish, open 3, can't give that to her.
It's too late to contest it in the mid-range.
Moore-Mcneil snaps what was a 9-0 run for Purdue. That's a big shot for Indiana. Parrish stays in. Garzone kicks it out. Moore-Mcneil looking for her 3rd 3. Finds it.
You don't have the ball. What Indiana has done well in this first half. Look at the crowd in the paint. They're taking the paint away, so move your body off the ball. Chloe Moore-Mcneil.
In the polls this week, on the wrong end of a 13-2 run. Scalia, first 3 of the game for Indiana.
Offensively for Indiana, there's Chloe Moore-Mcneil not giving up, staying with it, kicking it out to the weak side. Great angle on that pass.
Digits in scoring in this first half. She's now scored in double figures in 76 straight games as Moore-Mcneil buries a 3.
Iowa likes to mix up things defensively. We've seen player to player, man to man. That's what Lisa Bruder calls it. Player to player.
Great extra pass. Moore-Mcneil finds Garzon.
Unbelievable, but not able to get the lay-in there. Holmes working hard for position. Moore-Mcneil dishes it off.
On the jumper, and then positions herself to receive the pass and the finish.
Straight for the Hoosiers, who lead 27-12, shooting 69% from the field. Moore-Mcneil steals it and finishes.
Well, this is an incredibly disciplined defensive team to the scout. They're active, they've got high hands, they understand. We didn't see a lot of this pressure in the first half. Now, certainly you have to be able to make baskets before you can set your press, but making sure that it's timely because of that depth. They can find a way to get healthy, to get Mika Lashikova, to get J.C. Sheldon back so that they can build that chemistry again.
Tapped away by Berger. Moore-Mcneil down to Holmes, counted in the foul. Moore-Mcneil, that's a three. Coming off a double-double against Ohio State after a season-high 26 points and 9 rebounds in the win over number 5 Iowa. Moore-Mcneil snatches it from Elise Stuck, and she finishes at the ring.
Locking in on defense, comes in from behind, nobody saw her. Strong finish. You know, playing in Assembly Hall, I've always said it back when I played, it's really hard to shoot from the corners threes-wise because of the depth perception.
How about from the wing?
Michigan's already been teed up for arguing with the officials. They have to keep it cool, calm, and collected.
Moore-Mcneil from the other side.
Brown gets the ball. She has multiple Indiana defenders all on her, including...
She said she watched that at least 25 times before this game.
That was a game, or a quarter rather. Woo! Moore-Mcneil getting things going early from 3. But to that point...
Moore-Mcneil, left open. Cashes in from downtown. Moore-Mcneil, straight away 3. Moore-Mcneil again. And it will count. 3-point play and the foul. Same spot on the floor. Left one.
Iowa's gotten a big first half out of Kate Martin. Crowd wanted to travel there. Holmes inside where she lives and breathes. And got the block. Iowa will swing it. Moore-Mcneil, sweet from 3-point range.
5% today from 3, 4 of 16. This is so important. Hollyrow talked about the double team.
And drops in a long one. Moore-Mcneil with an answer from 3-point land.
Big time answer.
Moore-Mcneil denied in the lane. Parrish is open again and drills another 3. And that puts Indiana on top 70-68.
Open shooters, Dave O'Brien. I think you could make this one if you were wide open.
5 rebounds yesterday. When we asked her coach about her, he just said guts. She's the guts of the team, which could easily be said about Chloe Moore-Mcneil. Here comes Parrish in a 1-on-3. Holmes in the lane for 2. Michigan State has a lot of free throw attempts on a normal day. That's Holmes inside. That's the offense Indiana wants. Moore-Mcneil, top of the key 3.
People in the building.
A stop by Fury. She thought there should have been a whistle and ripped away by Sarah Scalia. Moore-Mcneil with speed and the finish. And a timeout called.
Down the middle of the floor, Chloe Moore-Mcneil with the hezzy.
Sandvik, top of the key, finds Moore-Mcneil. She'll try a 3, and she splashes it.
Moore-Mcneil weaving her way into the front court. Now Holmes will look to go to work on Young. Has nothing. Moore-Mcneil will fire instead and knocks it down. As they cut the deficit from 24 down to 19. Moore-Mcneil hesitates, gets into the paint, lays it up, count the basket and one. Moore-Mcneil jumps into double figures. That's her 11th point of the game. She'll go for 12 at the free throw line.
Racers caught the Hoosiers lacking. Saw Hail Mary slant.
Holmes on the other end.
A 64-96 loss for this Indiana team. It was just nothing could go right for them. Quickly the other way, but rejected by Moore-Mcneil out of bounds. Sia couldn't get it over the top.
Treadwell. Turner in the corner, nearly stripped. It's taken away by Moore-Mcneil. Indiana in transition. Scalia drives, follows. Back the other direction. Bargesser finds Moore-Mcneil, fires a three. String music! Chloe Moore-Mcneil knocks it in from downtown, 58-29. Here's Beaumont in the attack outside to Parrish. Moore-Mcneil inside to Holmes. The left-handed layup is good. Turner at the top of the key, looking to go one-on-one, kicks it out. Pete will fire and blocked away by Bargesser. On the closeout, skying high. Here's Moore-Mcneil driving all the way to the right side, a dump off to Holmes.
You see it over and over again, #1 in the Big Ten in offensive rebounds per game. Back door, and there is Sydney Parrish, and the easy twos piling up for the Hoosiers.
Brown had a ton of space. Holmes was back on the B1G logo. Nice job spreading the floor, making those shots. Oh my goodness.
And responding right back. Adams 1 for 6. Moore-Mcneil all alone. You think that her game is power, but showing off a lot of finesse. Chloe Moore-Mcneil, a chance for a three-point play.
Indiana has found success when they can get into that back screen action and get open.
Lene Beaumont, who played with Lisa Thompson in AAU ball in high school, onto the floor for the first time, and there is Sydney Parrish by herself once more, where she has flourished.
She's been impactful, getting offensive rebounds, creating second chance opportunities, and defensively, my goodness, how quick is Mackenzie Holmes' footwork? Allows them to be so efficient.
That's part of what Terry Morin talked about. We may not be the most athletic team, the most skilled team, but we can take advantage of our size as Chloe Moore-Mcneil.
Eyes in the back of her head, but when she can get down low and make plays from the post position, oh boy.
Chloe Moore-Mcneil. As Kohler drives the lane and set back by Garzone.
That was excellent timing by Garzone.
Oh, great feed. Holmes pays it off. Delivery courtesy of Chloe Moore-Mcneil.
And it starts with good defense. Garzone with the block, turning that into even better offense. Unselfish play here from the Hoosiers.
Indiana tonight has been paced by Sarah Scalia with 23. Her third game this season with 5 threes. There is Chloe Moore-Mcneil, who has her third triple of the night to start the season in terms of the cohesion.
Right, and it takes time. It doesn't just happen because you want it to. You have to work at it.
In the building today, getting her Big Ten championship ring before we tipped it off. The final member of the team to receive her ring. After Indiana won its first Big Ten title in 40 years. Had to have that bucket.
Look at the speed. Jab step and attack the hip. That's exactly how you're supposed to go off the dribble drive. Boom, sell it and get downhill and finish it. Welcome to the Big Ten competition.
Right, exactly.
You gotta be ready to go.
That's a three, downtown.
I tell you, what they do like though, watch Cook get lost here defensively. She was the one circled right there. Here's the entry pass and then the pitch back, and Cook was like, oh, they're going back to the corner? Yep, for a triple. Chloe Moore-Mcneil taking all 3 of those home with her.
Less than 50 seconds to play in a 1-point game. Kick out to Garzone. Rims in a 3.
On the weak side, on Mackenzie Holmes, who was coming down the lane. Everybody's in the paint.
Moore-Mcneil into the teeth of the defense, +1.
Chloe Moore-Mcneil doing a great job getting to the rim and reading the defense. Out comes the hedge. And then
shot clock turned off to end the quarter. 66-48 Indiana. Moore-Mcneil right back the other way, slashing to the cup.
Play. You gotta love a good fake out coming in, taking off. Little fake pass, juke the defense, and most importantly, finish the layup. Those are the things that don't show up in the stat sheet, but are huge plays for momentum and toughness.
Scalia will push no numbers for the Hoosiers, but they do have trailers like Moore-Mcneil, who lands the three.
Defensive possession by Indiana. And then Chloe Moore-Mcneil slowing down just a little bit, being that trailer, nobody around her. And Scalia even sets a baby.
They have withstood every punch Nebraska has brought in this third quarter. Moore-Mcneil does it all.
That's where it's good to have a senior on your team, because Meister once again got caught over helping, and Chloe Moore-Mcneil makes the play.
2 threes today for the freshman, but has had some solid looks. Moore-Mcneil says, I'll take that if you're going to leave me wide open.
Work some space for her.
2.5 to go. Moore-Mcneil kicks out. Holmes wide open, knocks it in.
But as you can see, because of the way that Caitlin Clark has gravity, there's a lot of looks for teammates.
Indiana with a chance to answer, and they do. Chloe Moore-Mcneil. Martin can't get it to fall. Inside, nice look, Moore-Mcneil. And Indiana's made 6 straight. And a steal. Moore-Mcneil skips up and good.
Minnesota trying to be the first team this season to hand Indiana a loss at home. That reverse does not fall. And here come the Hoosiers. Inside to Mackenzie Holmes. That was easy.
Yep, up in transition, and you get a quick, easy lay-in.
Holmes now with 13 points on 6 of 7 shooting. Lots of crimson and cream in the stands, and it is a blackout for the Boilermakers. That three is good by Chloe Moore-Mcneil. Into Mackenzie Holmes. She puts it on the deck. Chloe Moore-Mcneil, nothing but net. Lily Meister.
You got to wonder when you talk about recruiting and building this Purdue program, when you see what she's done here. More recruits coming in from Australia, and talk about building the program.
Chloe Moore-Mcneil earning a trip to the free throw line.
Listen, it's
unable to connect from 3. And here come the Boilers. Janae Terry blocked by Chloe Moore-Mcneil. What a play!
Yeah, I honestly thought Terry had it at the basket.
She did too.
but Moore-Mcneil just coming out of nowhere with the swat.
At 4, Chloe Moore-Mcneil realizes, fires, and hits. Wow.
I mean, obvious the 3 got off. Right in time.
She's got...
Northwestern just having a tough time putting the ball in the net. They're 2 of their last 10. Moore-Mcneil through the contact. Indiana 16-2 on the season, and a large part of that is because of that girl right there. Chloe Moore-Mcneil, 4 points already to start this. So something to monitor, the foul trouble for Indiana. Here's Moore-Mcneil with 2 seconds to the rim at the buzzer of Terry Moore, and has really taken over the point guard duties as she had that bucket to end the first half. She's done it all for Indiana. On the defensive side of the ball, are going to see an increase in the load with Parrish out indefinitely. Been solid so far today. Their zone in the mid-range. Moore-Mcneil backing down Daly and a tough finish off the glass.
You mentioned it with Sellers, their leader in points, rebounds, and assists sitting out this game. Chloe Moore-Mcneil is left wide open, and she drains the first shot she sees, touching every bit of that. 10 to shoot for Moore-Mcneil. Gets all the way. Count it.
That's a nice timeout and a nice opportunity to get Moore-Mcneil an isolation play here to go one-on-one. You see the clear out? It's just pretty open for her. And she notices Fisher's on her. She's got the...
We're seeing if Maryland can close the gap the rest of the way. Moore-Mcneil left wide open. She's got it. A 2K, 1K career is remarkable.
It really is. What she has done is no small feat. And another nice pitch to her.
Iowa State a little stagnant on this possession.
Scrappy defense.
Before Sheldon slices through, she is denied. 6 seconds to shoot.
Well, just great defensive energy right there by Indiana.
Of glass, but Indiana one and done. Moore-Mcneil right into McMahon, gets it to go.
Well, right here, take a look. Cody McMahon is just going to show two hands. I have these two.
Snatched by Garzone.
12-4 advantage here in the second half of paint points. Indiana's trying to fix that.
Moore-Mcneil trying to make something happen for her squad here late. Gets the three-point play opportunity.
Yeah, that second burst of speed, you think you have her contained, and then she gets to another level in terms of her aggression. Gets downhill.
Michigan State has withstood every punch from Indiana. The Hoosiers have not led since early on in the first quarter. Holmes takes it all the way off the feed from Moore-Mcneil. 5 of 6 shooting.
Holmes bucket on the roll every time in the two.
And the Hoosiers look to push. What they did so often against Michigan State on Thursday. They find Moore-Mcneil open back-to-back. Buckets for Moore-Mcneil.
Yeah, they've had great defense both inside and out.
And Chloe Moore-Mcneil continues with the hot hands. She gets a round of applause as she heads to the bench. Meanwhile, Sophie Swanson can't nail the mid-range jumper. Bargesser up to Moore-Mcneil. She sets her feet, and she does just as Scalia did.
Yeah, those turnovers against Ohio State was really what lost them that game. I mean, you look at the turnover margin and the third quarter scoring differential. Oh my goodness, Moore-Mcneil.
Freshman connection. Now a handoff to Bargesser. Now the seniors connect. Moore-Mcneil gonna try another one. Oh my goodness. As Moore-Mcneil again gets down the middle of the lane.
4 minutes to go here in the first quarter, and we are knotted up at 14. Chloe Moore-Mcneil untying things in a hurry. She wants to shout out the entire town of Greenfield, Tennessee for having her back as she has developed as a basketball player. 3 on the way is wet. Okay, that lefty magic from distance is nice.
Chloe Moore-Mcneil has been absolutely showing out. I mean, since I've covered a few of their games, she's been having triple doubles.
3 minutes left here before the half with some work to do. Oh, nice little hezzy. Oh, and the block. Okay, Chloe. 7 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Chloe Moore-Mcneil on the deck. What a pass to Mackenzie Holmes. Wow. Chloe Moore-Mcneil trying to get around the corner. Bouncing beautifully to Mackenzie Holmes. You talk about the lost art of the bounce pass. That lefty has got it.
By the bag, and just caught Mackenzie Holmes sleeping on the backside.
The senior Schrammick coming through. Bargesser thought she had some daylight, did not. Chloe Moore-Mcneil buries the triple. That didn't touch anything. Schrammick on the deck. Denied. Wow, what a block. Meister coming through. Chloe Moore-Mcneil. The triple is true. She's got a dozen. 4 for 4 from 3. Chloe Moore-Mcneil is having, wow.
Has proven that they have wanted the ball more in plays like that, 50-50 opportunities.
They have worked extremely hard today, and you've seen it as the 3 drops, and Indiana's starting to get hot
from range. Now 3 of 5 from 3 in the quarter.
The ball, the Plinko drop through the rim, and then Chloe Moore-Mcneil, a feathery touch from 3.
But Iowa was anticipating that, so they have some play calls.
Behind the back pass, didn't work out. Garzone. Approaching a minute to go here in the third. Moore-Mcneil outside. Banks open when you're at home. 75-66. Moore-Mcneil spins. Holmes finishes it off.
Moore-Mcneil loses the defender and a smooth baseline shot.
So we talk about taking what the defense gives you, and this is what I mean. She wanted to make that pass right there to.
That's what the Hoosier presents. When they have those threats from the perimeter, Mackenzie Holmes open on the inside, and same vice versa.
5 points, 2 for 2. That is blocked. Chloe Moore-Mcneil is one of the best defenders in the Big Ten.
That's what Indiana missed with Paris. She's all over the floor. She's a blue-collar player.
Mackenzie Holmes laying it in off the glass. Indiana leading 33-16, and it's Mackenzie Holmes on her senior day. That time the upper hand. Out of the hands of Fisher, and now igniting the Hoosiers. Moore-Mcneil to Paris. She's got it in transition.
Moore-Mcneil, a little bit of space, all she needs.
With so much momentum right now. Look at that. Chloe Moore-Mcneil looking down, making sure her feet are behind the line.
Moore-Mcneil with the shot clock at 5. Gets it to go, and one opportunity.
That's what seniors do. Make big plays when they count. Chloe Moore-Mcneil read the defense.
Playing in transition, generating open looks, and Brown is hit from distance.
Parrish on the left side stems the tide for the Hoosiers. Has just 8 points on 3 made field goals. Parrish once again underneath the basket. She stops for a moment to watch Leahy fly by before adding. She's now got 18.
Just a little over halfway through the second quarter. Moore-Mcneil rejects a screen, gonna take it herself, plus the foul.
Defensively for Harvard, it's Zaric just walling up inside. Another good play there.
Nice underneath that bounce play, and it leaves Lily Meister wide open. We got a 1-point game.
It's actually slow. Once you get used to it and it's fitted to your face, it's like going into an extra mode.
Moore-Mcneil for 3, and that's just going to rattle in a friendly bounce by Chloe Moore-Mcneil, and her 10 points, 2 threes already.
Moore-Mcneil has a lot.
With the 6'3", Yarden Garzone on her. Moore-Mcneil, another steal. Chesky, couple dribble, pull up, yes.
Yeah, you got to put a body into somebody, push him out, create space. But look at this vision right here from Moore-Mcneil. Gets the steal, coming down, Garzone assessing the situation, and even in a 2-on-2, Chesky stops just short so she doesn't get blocked.
Stripling, quick swing, Moore-Mcneil, she's got it.
Moore-Mcneil's shoulders were squared. She was ready to shoot the ball on the catch. I love how quickly she's looking to get her shot off.
10 points for Chloe Moore-Mcneil. 51% as a group coming in.
Perhaps it's crazy, son. They've only shot 7 threes now on the day. They haven't had very many. My goodness, Chloe Moore-Mcneil looking shifty down low.
Moore-Mcneil finds that seam. Again, the crafty footwork in the paint by the guard.
A little up and under-esque, if you will. My goodness.
44 and in the driver's seat as we head it to the 4th in Bloomington. Moore-Mcneil igniting her. Poked away by Moore-Mcneil. There's another steal, and up ahead, Chesky will take it herself with the lay-in. A signature early season victory.
Chloe Moore-Mcneil has been impactful defensively this whole game. She's in the right place at the right time. She uses her quickness.
And here come the Hoosiers in transition. Lamandola to Garzone. As Indiana swings it around, Moore-Mcneil open in the corner. She sinks it. Maine will certainly try to do that. We'll see if they do so successfully. Here's Chloe Moore-Mcneil trying her second three, and she's 2 for 2 from deep and already with 8 points.
I know the three-point percentage on the year hasn't even got a chance yet.
Olivia Rockwood with the shot clock winding down again. Here's Caroline Dotsey, who just had 26 points and a 5th block for Indiana.
That's what Vachon was worried about.
She hit 5 threes against Stonehill, and that was her first one today. Driving and cutting through the lane is Chloe Moore-Mcneil for 2. Over to Chloe Moore-Mcneil. Back to Garzone. 3 on the shot clock. Moore-Mcneil has to put it up, and she nails it. And that is how this first half will end. Main back in that zone. Moore-Mcneil has it in the middle. Moore-Mcneil open on the left wing, and she puts another one home.
An offensive rebound.
Moore-Mcneil ends up taking one from deep. Yeah. And then she finds Hannah Sandvik wide open near the rim.
Fast pace in the first couple of minutes. Now Moore-Mcneil outside. Left wing 3. Got it to go. Back-to-back threes for Indiana. Now their lead is up to 6.
Yeah, well, look at this. I mean, Moore-Mcneil has shot the ball so well. We're going to see that a lot more this evening.
Alexis Bargesser gets into the game. Speaking of, she'll take the ball top of the key. Moore-Mcneil now a 3 from the right side. Here's Garzone. Back to Moore-Mcneil. Moore-Mcneil did a good job of catching that one. McNeil with the bucket and the finish. Moore-Mcneil just kind of swept it under with her right hand. Meister hands it off to Moore-Mcneil. Indiana shot clock winding down. 5 seconds left to get a shot off. Moore-Mcneil, baseline jumper. Pretty finish.
With 5:45 to play.
Penn State press is in full effect once again.
Down low, Indiana able to break it wide open is Strickland with the right hand.
Any confusion on the Lady Lions side of things today. Turnovers are high, score is close.
Odin the other way, in transition, goes up strong, left hand finish, too strong, tipped aside and controlled. Moore-Mcneil up ahead, quarterback pass, length of the floor, Strickland lays it home. Elliott's got 13 points, 6 of 9 from the field. Chesky across the timeline with 25. They have numbers. Moore-Mcneil going to try a triple. Oh, yeah!
Their most complete half of the year to begin this game. Moore-Mcneil running the baseline. Sandvik sets and fires and knocks it down.
Moore-Mcneil, nice pass to Meister, and she scores. And Oakland takes a timeout. Indiana stretches the lead out to 11. 18 team rebounds to Oakland's 9. Moore-Mcneil all the way into the paint. Another nice bounce pass to Lily Meister and another easy 2.
Out to Moore-Mcneil. Indiana with 27 assists each of their last 2 games. What a find to Meister. Shot clock winding. It's at 5. Chesky off the shot fake. Drive and kick. Moore-Mcneil. Got a 3.
See where the double is coming from and finding a teammate the last couple of possessions.
Now Moore-Mcneil right now trying to put Indiana on her back.
It's 2.5 a game this season, but she's a sneaky good passer with 2 assists to every turnover and has 14 in her last 3 games coming in.
Drops it to Bargesser. She'll move to her left. Jones almost intercepted the pass. Now down low, Bargesser underneath the basket. There's the easy 2 points.
But here's Bargesser just swooping in alone. Kyla Jones left her.
Guyton applying pressure on Moore-Mcneil. The lefty puts it up from deep off the glass. I thought it was Sunday.
Dynamic attack that they give. They can score the ball inside, but Chloe Moore-Mcneil, a scoring point guard, just utilizes, makes such a great read.
And notice the lineup change for the Hawkeyes. Inserted into the starting lineup to begin the third is Taylor McCabe. Nice roll there by Lily Meister.
Chloe Moore-Mcneil does a little bit of everything for Indiana. She's the point guard, but she can attack and score, and she definitely is asked to defend. This time, she gets to the basket.
Here she is. I mean, she's got patience. She understands where her defender is, and she scores. She's a veteran. She knows how to play this game. She's been in situations like this, and I think she's just really showing off tonight.
Moore-Mcneil has a chance for an and one off the left-hand glass.
They need to use this energy that they have and attack the rim just like Chloe's doing.
Nice soft turnaround spin. Chloe Moore-Mcneil getting the stop.
Solid defense.
She'll have to go with 3. Now Moore-Mcneil has to launch a deep 3 and hits it. Beating the shot clock.
7 turnovers for USC. McNeil change of direction down to Strickland. Count it. Huddle up and potentially see the ball go in the basket if you're USC.
Yeah, going back to Indiana, I mean, when Chloe Moore-Mcneil gets a piece of the paint, we talked about that earlier.
And now you sense the patience coming. Terry Moran says if we don't get something, quickly get into our offense. Moore-Mcneil. Moore-Mcneil, she now has 1,000. Big bucket personally, big bucket in the game.
Garzone, quick handoff to Moore-Mcneil. McNeil against Kelly, trying to spin her way to the rim. Bounce pass underneath the rim, and a quick bucket from Caroline Strippin. That can start, Lily, but she's been pretty impressive so far.
Yeah, and like you said, 8 points is...
Amendola, out to Moore-Mcneil. Moore-Mcneil, deep 3, knocks it down. An ice-cold shot there from Moore-Mcneil to answer the 3 on the other end.
On the offensive glass to keep the possessions going and just bully her way inside the paint like you saw on that last play.
Moore-Mcneil cuts one loose, fouled, and it's in! What a shot from Moore-Mcneil. The spin around fadeaway and foul. 3 and 1.
Disappointing finish for Indiana. The turnovers certainly late in games have plagued them. But they're on the road here in a one-possession game.
And a nice dish to get things going from Chloe Moore-Mcneil. Nice dish to get things going from
Yarvin Garzone coming off a 35-point career-high performance. Moore-Mcneil got to throw it up. Why not?
Energy on the offensive side. Oh, there's a great example.
Moore-Mcneil picking the pocket of the Huskers and running the floor. Rewarded Lily Meister, the Hoosiers, to build this lead against Nebraska here in Bloomington.
And was great dish off.
24 assists on 28 baskets, and count another steal for Moore-Mcneil. Cherry on top, the finish for Sid Parrish.
Ball moves to Shea Chesky, who's a normally great three-point shooter, but struggling a little bit this year. Moore-Mcneil will fire, and you'll notice the threes fall for Indiana. Strickland with 5 to shoot. Moore-Mcneil's going to have to heave it. She does, and it goes! The first three-pointer for Indiana in their last 9 attempts. Chesky the other way. Moore-Mcneil with a great look from deep.
Created that three-pointer in the second quarter where she stepped back. This time she just spots up.
One and done on that end. Running to the other end, one and done. Running the other way. Moore-Mcneil will fire. She's 4 for 5 from deep. Timeout, Rutgers.
Out of the halftime locker room, just the...
Moore-Mcneil already hit a 3. This time goes inside. Working on the taller Stewart. A flurry of moves and finds the rim. They've made 13 shots. They have 9 assists, but Minnesota's 11 in that category is why they're ahead. There you see a nice dime from Chloe Moore-Mcneil.
Hit both sides of the rim, but crawls out.
Indiana's been doing a great job contesting three-pointers and catch and shoot attempts, getting a hand out there.
Moore-Mcneil at and 1. First time she takes a shot, and it's a chance at 3 for IU. Chloe Moore-Mcneil, the 5th-year grad student. And an easy take for 2. Strickland from, you guessed it, Moore-Mcneil, Indiana, a 6-0 run. Moore-Mcneil playing in her 144th game, patrols for Indiana, and Strickland finishes again. So the quick 2, and Michigan uses its final timeout. Another quick one here with 21.9.
Katie Gerald is able to pick and choose her minutes, so this is going to put a lot more pressure on her to hold it down versus Strickland.
There's something about this home court when it comes to the Hoosiers and threes. Jones runs into trouble, and the ball's coming the other way. Moore-Mcneil up ahead to Chesky, alone for two.
She's doing a great job of setting screens, moving without the ball, and then here, coming over and help side, creating that turnover that her teammates are able to finish in transition.
Exchanges, handoffs, anything that they're doing needs to be inside the three-point line.
They find LaMendola inside. Brilliant offense by the Hoosiers.
Chloe Moore-Mcneil to the cup.
By that is points in the paint, foul drawn, free throw attempts.
Play opening up here. Chloe Moore-Mcneil all day for three. She buries that. The shot clock.
Chloe Moore-Mcneil has got it going in the paint, and now she's complementing that with some outside shots. It's looking good for Indiana right now. Michigan State, they have been all season long a second half team.
Yeah. And you know who's keenly aware of that is Indiana coach Terry Morin. Moore-Mcneil puts it home, and she's going to the free throw line.
You could see it in Chloe Moore-Mcneil's eyes. She was so frustrated after the last turnover. This is just a straight line drive. Theron Halleck just did a good job of getting middle. When you turn middle, you don't have any help.
Moore-Mcneil inside. Gare zone puts it home. Moore-Mcneil, a step back three, got it. Chloe Moore-Mcneil.
Great looks as Dulcie keeping it alive and turning it over. Moore-Mcneil fires a pass and an easy two for Sydney Parrish.
And she's turning that defense into offense with a great.
Can't get it to fall. Maryland now 0 for 6 to start.
I like to see the matchup of Chesky and Tubiasu.
Moore-Mcneil dishing it off to Striplin. Michael sweeping to the rim, and that is left short. Moore-Mcneil turning on the speed, finds Parrish in transition for two.
Quick second off to get that layup. Chloe attacking. She's looking both ways. She's got two people.
Now in the hands of Moore-Mcneil. Finds a seam. Whips around a pass. How did she even see Striplin for that look? Cheyenne Sellers is fearless. Doesn't matter how the rest of the game has gone. She's going to come up big. But Indiana has a response and a three-point play. Such a competitor is Sellers, a leader on this team. They are shorthanded and making things happen. The other senior, Sydney Parrish, will drain a three on the other side.
There's a few layups Oregon has had that have not gone early on.
This game could be so much closer. I mean, they're still in it, but considering what they could be doing.
Moore-Mcneil will fire. Moore-Mcneil with Kelly on her. Pass around Shea. Beautiful find to Meister. Long two for Iriathin. Moore-Mcneil brings it up. Gare zone has Meister running the floor.
Lily Meister doesn't get enough said about her play. Doesn't play a lot of minutes.